Hi, welcome to Art at Home by Refugee Roots, and I'm Ant, and this is our 5th week of doing this, and it's been really lovely to see you all engaging with the first art pack. There's actually been so many more than I thought wanting the pack and also engaging at home, whether that's on WhatsApp, Zoom, following the pictures, following the instruction sheet or the YouTube video. There's so many ways to just have a go and have fun on a Tuesday or in your spare time, and it's been lovely to see the work that you've done shared in the WhatsApp group, or as pictures or comments. So I really hope it's helpful. We are still in lockdown 3 at the moment. We've got a couple of weeks till we hear a bit more about going out. It's cold out, it's difficult this time, I think, and if you've got a lot of spare time on your hands, it can be quite hard. So hopefully this is giving you something to do, something that's maybe new, or that you're learning some things, and just nice to have a chat together as we can on Zoom or WhatsApp. So yeah, this is our first watercolour session, and I'm really pleased that you've all been able to get a lovely watercolour tin. Yours will hopefully be new. I've been using mine. And we're going to learn the basics of watercolour painting. Now, some of you might know some bits already, and that's fine. If you know how to mix colours, then just feel free to breeze through this and just see it as a bit of a reminder. But we should be able to, by the end of this session, be able to mix our own watercolour paints and colour in the colour wheel, and then use the colours of our choice to fill in this bird sheet. So there's quite a lot to that. So let me show you. Okay, hopefully you can all see you need the colour wheel, the bird sheet, your tin, and the tin lid. Sometimes I normally just stack it on top, but actually that's not very helpful because we're going to be using this like a paint palette, and I'll show you. And then a brush, just one kind of, I think you've all got a small brush, that's fine, and a cup of water. So if you need to use a drinking glass, that's fine, you just wash it out at the end. If you don't have a cup, then let me know, and I could try and send you a plastic one in the post. But yeah, that's just water in there. And if you've got it, a bit of tissue, kitchen roll, toilet roll, just to dab your brush on. So this paper's quite thin. We do move on to watercolour paper in the later weeks, which is a lot thicker. So if it does, so you don't want to get it too wet, and if it does crinkle up, then you might just have to leave it to the side to dry for a bit. So our colour wheel, like I've said on the sheet, what we do to make our watercolour paint is we get a brush, and my brush, I'll put it here, is sitting in some water, and you want a bit of water on your brush, so dip it in the water and then put it on the colour that you want, and rub it, mix it, swirl it around so that it activates the colour in the tin and it makes paint. And you can make it darker by mixing it for a lot longer. You can make it lighter by putting a lot more water on top, and it makes a kind of wash. So with this colour wheel, basically we want to match up the colours that are written on there to the colour from the tin. So red is our primary colour. So primary colour, there's 3 primary colours, and they can't be made by mixing other colours. So you can't mix anything to make red, yellow and blue. They just exist, and they help us mix a lot of other colours. So It's difficult to be neat and try and do this fast, so I'm going to suggest you take your time. Don't try and rush it. So now we've done the red, I'm going to wash our brush in the water and pick a blue. This one probably looks like the nearest to a primary colour blue. This one here. This one is more of a kind of tealy colour, but either blue. So it's quite useful as well to learn how the colour's spelt too. So and then same again, wash it off, and next we're using the yellow. So now once we've done that, the fun bit really happens and we get to mix colours. We do have a green and an orange in the tin, so you can use those. You can try mixing them for yourself. We don't have a violet, or violet's sometimes called purple as well. We don't have that in the tin, so I'll show you how to mix it. Basically, we need to take a colour, so red and blue make violet, so the two colours that are next to it make that one. So red, if you look at it this way, red and yellow make orange, and if you look at it this way, yellow and blue make green. So that's a really helpful way. So I like this colour wheel that has the triangle and the hexagon and then the bigger wider circle round. Okay, so back to mixing. So to make purple, we get some red on our brush and we put it down here. So we're transferring it, we're moving the paint from the paint block here onto the palette. This tin lid is our palette, and when we think we've got enough, wash our brush and transfer some blue. Now the blue, you probably need less blue than the red because blue is a darker colour and it will take over the red. So once you've mixed it, there you can see the lovely violet or purple. So yours might be darker or lighter, that's fine. As long as you've mixed red and blue, you should get this colour. But it needs to be red, not the orange that's in the tin next to it. It needs to be the red one. Cool. So now you can mix your other colours. If I quickly do some red and some yellow. That will make our orange. So we're looking for a midway point. So midway between red and yellow. Important, maybe try and mix a bit more than what you need. So I've run out, but I'm gonna mix some more because we might need it for our next colours. So what we're doing now, orange, violet and green are secondary colours. So we've got the primary colours in the middle and these are secondary colours. Just gonna quickly make some green. So green is yellow and blue. Again, just a little bit of blue. So now, once we've done our secondary colours, that's a bit light, isn't it? Needs a bit more. We move on to the next level of colours, which are our tertiary colours, our third layer out. So 1, 2, 3. And in this one, we do the same thing. So it's important you've saved your 3 secondary colours on here, because the one just above the point on your secondary colours is exactly the same. So that one's orange, this one's violet, and this one's green. So once we've done that, we can add some more colours for mixing. So our orange, if we add more red, we just take a part of it and add some red. This is where it gets tricky. Our orange becomes a red orange, and then red is just red, just the normal primary colour. So you can fill them in whichever order you like. You could go around and do all the primary colours, red, blue, and yellow. And then you can think about mixing. So orange and yellow. So now we take a bit of the orange to the side of the palette, take a bit of the yellow, and we want a more yellowy orange than that one. And then if we look at our green, take a bit to another side of the palette, take a bit of our yellow, and we've got a yellowy green. Take a bit of our green to the other side of the palette, and we want to add some blue. So we've got a bluey green there. Next, with our blue, well, with our violet, sorry, we want to take a bit to the side, put it there, and add a bit of blue to that bit. And with our violet again, mix a bit to the side and add a bit of red, and you've got red violet. So there's different mixes there to make your different colours, and now you've got all of those different shades. So now when you're thinking about your bird sheet, you can really think like, oh, which one do I want, and where is it on the palette, and do I need to mix some more? And colours across from each other on the wheel are called complementary colours. So that's yellow and violet, orange and blue, and red and green. So when they're together, they really pop, they really stand out. So red and green, we use a lot of Christmas. Yellow and purple, the yellow really stands out against the purple. Blue and orange, they're called complementary colours. And colours next to each other on the colour wheel are warm and cold colours. So the warm kind of starts from like a reddy purple to red orange to orange to yellow orange to yellow. And then the colder colours are this side, the the greens and the blues and the bluey purple. So you have warmer and cooler shades of all the colours, and that will be helpful to remember for our next watercolour session. So now is painting your bird sheet. I'm not going to show you how to paint it because I think it would be lovely to see everyone's different use of colour and see different examples. So I'll save this for in the Zoom and in the WhatsApp group, and we can paint it together. But yeah, do share your pictures, and it's been lovely to do this session with you. Take care.